Hey guys, welcome back. Origami here, bringing you another episode of our PTCGO live content videos. Now today we're going back to one of my main. So I'm thinking about revamping like a schedule for the channel. But before we get too into that, is it this one? Yes, it is this one. Sweet. We're going to be playing some Malamar with Sigiliph. Now I'm really excited about this video. Before we get into the video, don't forget to drop a like if you have not already, because I know a lot of you guys already have. Let's try to hit 50 likes so we can get a next day upload. I do have a couple of tabletop matchups I have recorded. All I gotta do is do the commentary and upload them, so that should be pretty easy. So if you leave a like on this video, we can do that tomorrow. We just gotta hit that 50 like goal, as well as let's see. Answer common question today for a chance to win some Unbroken Bond codes. Thanks to our lovely sponsors at Guardian Gaming. Today's common question of the day is going to be, what's your favorite, I think Sigiliph is Gen 5. What's your favorite Gen 5 Pokemon? Mine is up, Sigiliph is up there. When I played Gen 5 for the first time, I thought Sigiliph was one of the coolest Pokemon, so I wanted to catch it right away. It reminded me of, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It was like something of the Weird Kocha. I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh whenever Gen 5 came out, and I just thought it was really cool how it was like one of my favorite cards at the time. Based off the Pokemon, which is based off the little thingy from, I forget the lore, but I know what the lore is, so. So based off all that, I thought it was really cool. So I really like Sigiliph back in the 5th gen days. Let me know what your favorite 5th gen Pokemon is in the comments down below. Drop a like, subscribe, all the good jazz, and let's get into the video. So we're a Malamar build that's playing Sigiliph. Now, Sigiliph isn't really a main attacker, but Sigiliph is beautiful versus these tag team decks. For the first time ever, you're a GX that can actually trade up. So the attack mirror counter, this Pokemon is your active Pokemon and is damaged by any attack from your opponent's GX or EX Pokemon. Put damage counters on the attacking Pokemon equals the damage they've done to you. So no matter what, they can't avoid damage. Just imagine this versus Reshizard, right? You have a couple Shrine ticks on the board, maybe some spell tags at their work, and then Reshizards hit you for 230, and then you literally trade up because they may have knocked you out, but you're taking 3 damage and you're taking 3 prizes in return. Pretty good card. Also, Intercept GX is great versus these decks as well. Like the 60 damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Once again, if a Reshizard has 4 energies on them, you can hit them for, what was that, 240? With some Shrine Ticks, that is an Oko. Sonic Wing does 80 base with ignoring resistance. I really like Sigiliph in this current meta. It's Electric Weak, so I'm playing 2. The problem with playing 2 is that if you lead with it, it's going to be pretty bad. You could always replace one of these with another stretcher, so you can cycle them easier. The problem with doing that is that if this prize is problematic, it's really useful for the Reshizard matchup and the Pikarom matchup, because being weak to lightning is really good for you because they hit you for weakness, which means you'll pretty much always be taking a KO in return thanks to your ability. So I think this card is really cool. Other than that, like, no Lele in this deck. A little bit risky. We could put in Lele. I'm choosing not to. I don't want us to play GXs. I'm already playing it being risky by playing 2 of these. Let's go over the rest of the list, right? We got 2 Giratina. Distortion Door does put damage on the Reshizard, something to keep in mind, as well as anything else we need to. Shadow Impact is our main attacker for the early game in the non-GX matchup. Pretty good card altogether. 4/4 line of Malamar, standard stuff. 1 Marshadow. 1 Mew, because Pikarom's GX attack is annoying, so having Mew is just really nice. Also, Psi Power could put things in range of a lot of Pokemon in our deck, so that's pretty cool. And 1 Mimikyu. I'm playing this for the same reason I'm playing Sigiliph. It's really cool to just use Copycat and hit your opponent for huge numbers. Copycat is actually pretty interesting against Weezing too, because you're not weak to Psychic, but Weezing is, so you can hit them for 80 and spread their board. And with your spell tags and Shrine of Punishment, you can sometimes put enough damage on their board to where you can damage everything, putting a lot of things in range of easier knockout potential. It honestly makes me want to play more than just 1. Right now we're only putting in 1, but you could play 2 potentially in this deck. I think this Mimikyu is a great card. What else do we got? 1 Larvitar, 2nd Strike, another option for Pikarom and for Zoroark, just a good card, and 1 Jirachi, and that's it for the Pokemon line. As far as trainers go, I am playing 3 bikes, was playing 4. Somebody calling me? I don't think so. I was playing 4, now only playing 3, just because I wanted to make space for Viridian Forest. I wasn't playing Forest at first, but yeah, people are just yelling back there. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing that. But there's a 2/2 line of Forest in here, or there's 2 Forests in here, because in my original list I was playing 10 Psychics, but I was just never finding the Psychics early game, and it seemed to be a problem because my early pressure was really, really bad. So I decided that even though I was playing Shrines in here, I decided to add in 2 Forests to see how it works. A Forest in theory should work better than 10th energy, especially if you're playing the Jirachi to find it. So that's why we cut down to 3 acrobikes. I want to play 2 forest instead of just 1, so 1 acrobike, 1 psychic energy became 2 forest. 1 stretcher, 1 switch. I really want to bump this up to 2 switch. We'll keep playing to see if I can, but for the time being, 1 switch is fine. 4 ultra ball, 2 split of stadiums, 4, 3, 4, 2 escape board. Yep, and 4 spell tags and 9 psychic energies. That's gonna be the deck, guys. Let's find some Reshizard matchups. That'd be the best, honestly. I would like to be able to find some Reshizard. So let's talk about schedule. Anyways, that's gonna be the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of games. It's really loud in the house. I wanted to record this video so that we can actually have a video for you guys, but if it gets too loud, I'm not gonna be able to upload this. So let's talk about a schedule. So it really is like draining to try to find a new deck to play every day. So what I'm thinking about, and not just new deck, because you guys know I have this thing where I don't like to upload decks that I know are just bad, just for the sake of uploading it. Like, for instance, the Zero Aura, the non-GX Zero Aura. Everyone wants me to upload that deck, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's just not a good card. As much as you guys want to say it's not a good card, there's a bunch of problems with the deck that make that deck bad. So that's why I haven't uploaded it. But what I'm thinking about doing is creating 2 new, like, quote-unquote series on the channel that I can try to do relatively consistently. One is this hand is really weird. Hopefully we have the other Sigiliph in the deck or the stretcher, because I think I'm gonna have to toss a Sigiliph here. And then use Marshadow. One is going to be, what's it called? The I think it's Hoopa. That could be annoying. One is going to be just me playing my main decks. So we're playing against Hoopa Umbreon. It's going to be bad because of resistance, but we might be able to win. We'll see. Although Sigilif's completely worthless in this matchup. So I have like a couple decks I really like practicing over and over again that I love playing. So what I'm thinking about doing is maybe once a week I play those decks just over and over again. Not over and over again, but like, let's just say like once a week I upload an extra Blacephalon video, like an extra one than what I would usually upload, right? Because I really like playing Blacephalon. Do I just grab Jirachi with this? I kind of want to. Let me grab Jirachi. I kind of want to play Marshadow now. I need to get out a bunch of Inkay, so this is really, really greedy, but I'm going to go for it anyways because I like the greed. You guys know how greedy I am. You guys know I love the greed because it always works out in the end, so this is going to be a great card. This has worked out too because I wanted to make my Jirachi active this turn, as well as put a Psychic Energy in the discard pile. I'll drop this just to help me draw Inkays. I only need 2 at a time in this matchup pretty much anyways. Ooh, turn 1 Lily is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love this. So, shout outs to this. Shrine. Ooh, we even got an Inkay, although we only got 1 Inkay, which kind of sucks. But we got 2. And I think I'm going to toss a Tina here. I'll drop this because I know my opponent's going to drop one themselves. Yeah, we'll drop the Tina because we can just get it back later. And this should, as long as they don't knock out an Inkay, we should get a guaranteed Mally next turn. I don't really know what I want to get off the Jirachi this turn because I have everything I need. Double Malamar. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to Filch. I kind of like the Filch play. Copycat doesn't do much for me this game. And this keeps Jirachi safe. So I think I'm just going to Filch, yeah. There's no reason for me to use Jirachi. I don't know what I would get that I really need this turn. Maybe Forest just to get more energies, but I'm just going to play Cynthia next turn anyways. So as long as my Inkays are safe this turn, we should be pretty good. So how much HP do these things have? 110, so perfect. Giratina will still Oko these dudes. I really need to find spell tags, but that's about it. Spiritomb does make this deck kind of wild, I'm not going to lie. But Spiritomb in a spell tag deck is really good for us, so this is going to be great. I'm pretty happy with this. This matchup should be pretty 50-50. We are weak to dark with our Giratinas, which kind of sucks, but because we have spell tags, we can revenge these Spiritombs a lot easier. Unfortunately, I can't damage this dude next turn. I mean, I could hit him for 10, for 20, but I don't really have any attacks next turn I can use. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use double Mally, of course. I'm debating if I should just hit him with Larvitar just to damage him, force a knockout. Because there's nothing else I really want to attack with this. I mean, there's nothing else I can attack with this turn. My bench is full. We'll figure this out based off the following turn, I think. So let me go ahead and just Cynthia here. We'll keep the Shroud on board. The last thing I need to do is help him with energies when we already have a few in the discard pile. I mean, we have a pretty good turn here, honestly. I don't want to reveal spell tag quite yet. I mean, I could hit him with Malamar, and he could attack me. Malamar only does 40 though, which is not good enough. I have to attack him twice. I mean, he's not setting up his thing at all, so I'm just gonna spend this time setting up the Larvitar. I think just hitting him over and over again with this, because like I don't really have many other options I care to do right now. He's weak to me, so I can in a few turns I can hit him for a lot of damage. I'm not gonna use a spell tag on anything but Tina for the time being. Once he gets into Oko range of something else, I could definitely see myself putting a spell tag on these dudes. But it only works if I can put a spell tag on both of these dudes. Because these things are like whatever, right? Those don't matter. So the more damage counters he puts on this, the better it is for me. Because I can Oko him. So obviously filling up my bench kind of sucked there, but I had to do what I had to do. I mean, sure, I could have drawn one less off Lily, but I wanted to draw as much as I could. And then this card is just a huge threat to my opponent anyways. It could be really cool. Post-rotation, whenever Grimsley comes out, we can move damage and put things in perfect range of second strike. So he's going to just go for the Jirachi here, which is a-okay with me, because that means I can attack with Giratina now, which is what I want. Because I can spell tag the Giratina. I need to put energies in the discard pile, though, which seems pretty difficult. Right now, we only have 0. I can attach 1. I can use Forest and then Cynthia and try to find another one. I don't want... Okay, I'm going to keep that alive then. We're going to go into this. How much... Okay, cool. So first thing I want to do is Giratina, I think, right? Yep. It's Giratina here. I can get a second one in the discard pile. Actually, no, I can get the attack off this turn, thanks to Switch. So this has 100... I mean, these are all in range. Doesn't really matter where I put this damage, huh? I guess for Larvitar it matters. So yeah, we'll do that. Spell tag here. Switch into you. So that's 2 energies in the discard pile with Forest. So that's all 3 energies that we need if we have a manual attachment here, because we have the physical switch in hand, and we have Cynthia we can use. We can take an Oko here, damage ourselves, because we kind of want to be... Actually, we don't really care to be knocked out. We don't have to be knocked out right away. We'll put damage on like the Mars Shadow or something. We use Cynthia here, just to draw like more cards that are actually good for me. Cynthia wasn't the most necessary play there, but it's pretty nice to have that option. I mean, my hand's good, but my hand's only good if he takes more knockouts. But, I mean, right now, there's no reason for me to play anything. So I'm not going to even bother. He'll put on Mars Shadow. The only thing I care about doing right now is finding more spell tags, but even that's not a super rush for me. One spell tag does mean I knock out a whatever it's called. Actually, no, there's no Spiritomb. One spell tag means nothing right now. But spell tag can put things in range of Larvitar for knockout. So far, we could put all the damage onto here, or some damage onto there to put him in range of Larvitar while I set up another Giratina on the bench. He's going to Guzma instead, because knocking out Giratina means nothing. Knocking out Larvitar could mean something, though. We still have our stretch in the deck, so now it's just a matter of can we find our stretcher. But right now, we're pretty okay. We're gonna take another knockout here. Probably this time damage ourselves. But I think I'm gonna now that we're getting to this point of the game, I don't think I'm ever gonna use Forest again, because there's no reason to. Other than like this, I could have used Forest just there, just to thin my hand down. But I like my hand the way it is right now. I'm gonna grab Sigiliph because I'm gonna toss Sigiliph. This is just to thin a little bit some of the cards I don't need in the deck. There's nothing I really want to bench right now. I guess I could bench another Inkay to be safe, because he is going to take a knockout eventually, right? And then I'm going to play Cynthia here. And I'm just going to try to put myself in really good position for finding Stretcher to reuse Larvitar on the right turns. There's another spell tag. No Stretcher quite yet, but that's fine. We can use this treasure next turn to get myself a Mally. There's nothing I need to set up to attack, right? No, there's no reason to. We're just going to take a knockout here and damage my little dude right here. I don't think this deck plays any spread, so I think we'll be okay with that. There's a Guzma. Might be useful. He only has one dude right now, and if he takes a knockout on me, that puts him in range. I mean, it puts him in range of anything, really, but if I can find Larvitar next turn, that could be really nice. Is he going to attach a Dark Energy to it this turn? Yeah, he is. Never mind. I mean, there wasn't really a way for me to knock him out next turn, but I could have done something. Maybe. He's not going to play any Hoopas this game, which is pretty interesting. Going for the Spiritomb instead. A Spiritomb I can be... Oh, yeah, now I can definitely knock him out. I put all 5 damage here and then 1 with Giratina. That was a really bad play on my opponent's part. He's going to judge me, which is fine. As long as he knocks me out here, then I'm going to be ahead of prizes now, which is good. Still no spell tag. Going to try my best to find spell tag here. This is perfect. I can put all the damage here and then just attack again. As long as I can find the Psychic Energy, that's the next problem. I did lose my other Stretcher, so maybe, or my other Force, which might have not been the best idea, to be fair. But here we are, so we're just going to go for it. Just going to go to this. And let's see. Treasure is great. Means I can... Actually, we don't even need the other Psychic Energy because we're going to get the Malamar here. Yeah, that's right. Mew's going to be really good too, I think, at some point. Maybe if I put enough things in range, it could be really useful. Man, I'd really rather keep the Mimikyu alive. Alright, let me just make all the plays I can now. Because I'm going to knock out the Marshadow. No, I shouldn't knock out anything, honestly. If I have to put a few more spell tags onto this dude, but this is probably not attacking anytime soon. Spell tag, perfect. Alright, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Cynthia after I set up my board. I could also just not Cynthia this turn. But I really want to have like follow-up plays. So, I don't know, it's always one of those things where like, do I need to play this draw spore this turn? But I'm at a 12 card deck right now. I think I'm okay. I think I'll find what I need with relative ease. Oops. Yeah, let me Cynthia. Gonna be at a 7 card deck now. There's my Psychic Energies, a Mew and a Guzma that I could use as well. Yep, I'm just gonna keep damaging my board. I don't think this dude plays counter energy top of Lele. He definitely should not have damaged himself with Spiritomb. That was a pretty bad misplay on my opponent's part. I still didn't find Stretcher. I know Stretcher's in the deck because we saw it earlier in the game. Stretcher is going to be pretty okay. It's not like super great though. I'm not too worried about the Stretcher. Devoured Field doesn't do anything. I'm just going to continuously damage this. Custom Catcher means nothing because I have Guzma in hand. Although Guzma is kind of annoying because that means I have to knock out the Hoopa, which sucks. I guess he's getting rid of the spell tag? Yeah, that's fine. We should have a few more left in the deck. I think like 2 more. Yeah, it's sick. Oh, there it is. Come here, big boy. Yep. The problem is, do I have more Guzmas left in the deck? Yeah, I should have 2 more Guzmas. I'm just going to attach an energy for that retreat option. And there's no point using Acrobike. I'm just going to continuously go down the list of Pokemon. Make sure they're all damaged. Could damage myself, but that doesn't really change anything. And that should be GG. He shouldn't be able to stop me from taking a knockout next turn. So, yeah, I literally don't think there's a way for him to stop me from taking a knockout. It's just dumb well played. Whatever. We'll let him finish his turn out, but we'll tell him well played. I can't think of a way. He knocks out Tina, I take a knockout in return. He knocks out Malamar. I still take a knockout. I guess the one way he could do it is through stalling until I deck out. So if say for instance my very last escape board is prized, that would be like his best way to do it, right? Yeah, he would literally have to like stall me out, not bench anything. Okay, he benched something, so now it's impossible. I mean, it's not impossible. We still have to draw into our... Ooh, that's pretty cool. That could be problematic, but I guess we'll just take it. Yeah, I mean, like, we couldn't have taken a prize there because I don't think we had any more stadiums, but we could have just Guzman up the EV. So we had to find it, but with the 7-card deck, and we're already searching through, I think it was like 6 cards left, right? And then we're going to use Acrobike, which 1/3. There should be 2 Guzmans left in there. We would have been fine, I think. Anyways, that's game 1. It could have been scary though, that's for sure. But he had to take 3 more prizes before it was a problem. So I think we would have been okay. And even if we weren't okay, spell tag would have been helpful at some point of the game. So I think we would have been fine. Muley, Jirachi, that's what I like to see. And we're going first. So far, so great. I really like Sigiliph. I want to show off the Sigiliph, but right now we just showed off Sigiliph Tina Tags. And if you guys were curious, I think Sigiliph Tina Tags is good. Do I think it's better than Weezing? Yes, because Weezing has the problem with not being able to deal super well with tag team decks that are just kind of like sitting on their own. Like say, for instance, like Reshizards that just kind of chain Reshizards over and over again. It doesn't do the best versus those decks. I don't know what we're playing against yet, so I want to be careful with what I bench here. I couldn't Marsh Shadow turn 1. Seems kind of unnecessary. I'm gonna discard this just to like have one, just in case. I don't really have any place to attach this though, but this just gets 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile, which is pretty big. I could spend this Jirachi turn, maybe trying to find a Marsh Shadow. Turn 1 Lily could be pretty good too. I just don't know what my opponent's playing because I wasn't looking at the types. I think I'm just going to Cynthia here. See, nothing terribly interesting. We could get another Inkay, which is what I want. I don't want to lose anything in my hand though, so let me see what Acrobite gets me first. Lily is going to be really good for next turn. Losing Switch sucks, but I really need to draw support for next turn. So now I'm a little bit more comfortable thinning my hand down. I don't know what deck he's playing. He's playing Jirachi, which says a lot of things. It could be Pikarom. Pikarom is problematic, but I don't think I need Shrine for Pikarom. So I think I'm going to toss a Shrine. It could be Zapdos. Shrine doesn't do anything versus Zapdos, so I can toss that as well. Let's see. Bike, sure. Let's see. Giratina is exactly what I want in the discard pile. No attachments this turn though, so there's no point in really doing anything with it. We'll just pass it up here. Yeah, because we're gonna, if anything, we're gonna have an Inkay active. What's worst case scenario right now? He knocks out Jirachi, he knocks out Inkay. Inkay could probably be pretty bad. There's no manual attachments this turn, so it doesn't matter. We'll just pass. So anyways, so I keep losing my train of thought. So what I was thinking is uploading a main deck, essentially like main deck Mondays, but I don't want it to be on Mondays, just one whenever I feel like it, right? So maybe once a week I upload my main deck, which my main decks right now are going to be just different Malamar variants because I personally love testing Malamar variants over and over and over again because I think those decks are fun. Cephalon GX, as you guys know, is my favorite deck. Gardevoir Sylveon, which unfortunately is not really well suited in the meta right now, even though I thought it would be great, just the massive pickup and field blower has made that deck kind of questionable, but I still want to keep trying it and testing it and see if I can make it work. So Gardevoir Sylveon and Greninja Zoroark, because I guess it's more of a post rotation. What? More of a post rotation thing, but are we playing against Gardevoir GX? Really? Interesting. But I really like Greninja Zoroark. I think it's a fun, interesting, good deck. Well, interesting in the sense that like it's just a gigantic beatdown deck, but especially post rotation, if we get our Weaviles and all those other cool target type tag teams, like it could be really good. We're gonna try to find Marshadow here. So how are we gonna beat this? I'm not too sure. Guess we're gonna find out here. Giratina this turn for sure. I think we can afford to use one forest. I don't want to run out of energies in my deck. I like to keep around 3 energies in my deck. So we're going to do this. We're going to try to attack this turn. I think I should Lily first and then Jirachi just to look at the most amount of cards. I think. I could also Guzma this turn if I find treasure, but then it's not worth the play. We found the escape board, so it worked out. We have a lot of draw spores in my hand, and I don't want to lose Guzma because Guzma is going to be my way to win. So I'm debating, because I can attack this turn for sure. The question is, I can grab Mally this turn and take a knockout on Jirachi, but I really want to Marshadow as well. So I'm going to lose 3 cards in my hand, which means I'm losing all my draw supporters pretty much. It's really risky, but the board state's perfect already, so I think it's worth doing. Because I can't lose Guzmas. Guzmas are probably going to be my ticket to winning. Yeah. We're probably going to need the Guzmas. So I'm going to spend this turn getting Malamar and also getting Marshad. Oh, I didn't even check Marshad's prize. Marshad's prize, guys, you guys all need to know that I'm making the fattest misplay for not checking my prizes, but I'm really lazy with that when it comes to recording videos. I need to stop being so lazy. Ooh, Sigiliph is going to be great this game too, because they're going to have a bunch of energies attached, and then if they try to attack me, it's going to be problematic for them. So, it's going to be beautiful. So we're going to want to use Sigiliph this game for sure. This worked out, kind of. We can get down another Inca here. Sure. Yeah, we'll get down another Inca. I'm down. It's always good to have. Anyways, let's go ahead and knock out this Jirachi so he has less of a chance to get out of this Marshadow. I'm going to try to make this Marshadow stick. I mean, if best case scenario, right, he draws nothing and we just knock out 2 Ralts and win the game. Do I want to get myself knocked out? Kind of. Yeah, I'm down. Stretcher, hello sir. So we only have 1 Lily, 2 Cynthias left for draw supporters. So we have 3 draw supporters in a 21 card deck. It's actually not too bad. It's a 1 in 7 chance. We're also top decking and looking at 5 cards off Jirachi, so it shouldn't be that bad. So we kept our Guzmas in the deck. So we're gonna see if that comes into play real quick. We only have 1 stretcher left. No more switch. Ooh, a skateboard is gone. But at the very least, we have manual attachments if we need to have them. I guess he's really stuck, so he's just trying to stall. Yeah. Yep. Not really much I can do here, so I think I'll just pass. Definitely want to toss that at some point, but I guess we'll toss it with Viridian Forest next turn. This is why I keep manual attachments in the deck, by the way, guys. I probably should have spent some time attaching energies to different Pokemon. At least one to Malamar, right? But like I said, this is what happens. I knocked out the Jirachi as well as Marshadowed, so it just felt like a really good time to stick my opponent with a really strong Marshadow, because it's a stage 2 deck, right? This is what happens when you play a stage 2 deck. They clump. He's really thinking about this play. If I were my opponent, I'd be getting energies every turn. He played 1 blower, which was fine. We still have a bunch of other spell tags. And at this point, Jirachi doesn't matter too much to where I should care. 20 card deck. And we have Forest. He needs to bump my Forest, if anything. In fact, I probably should have played around that and grabbed the Psychic Energy that turn. But I didn't, like a fool. Larvitar seems pretty bad. Only 1 Psychic left in my deck. I would like to keep it that way. And never have to use it. But let me go ahead and attach energies to myself. so I can use that 1 energy. 3 is more than enough to win the game. So if he does do any more stalling, it should be fine. I'm not going to play around any shenanigans right now. I'm just going to take my knockout. He's stuck. There's my skateboard, so that's super handy in case he pulls up any of these dudes. Let's see what he does. Does he draw out of it, or is he just gonna slow play me until I win and have to play another game? Because I was really hoping to make this a 2 video game, but I guess not. Oh, he's playing his own 4. So actually, interesting. He wants to attack with this thing, huh? That is a pretty threatening card. I'm not gonna lie. If I need to find spell tags so I can at least punish the play. Otherwise, my punishment is a GX attack with Sigiliph, which is not bad because, I mean, I won't be able to GX a Gardevoir GX anymore, but I mean, taking as many prizes as I can early is not bad. And just having access to that card is pretty good too. Lily top deck. I mean, I don't really want to play these cards. If I take a knockout, he's going to manually attach, retreat, and knock me out next turn, which is fine, which is kind of what I want. I think I'll just Lily for 2 then. Because I want to use Sigiliph next turn, but I also want to get a Malamar. I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I'll just continue damaging myself. Guzma's good. Guzma's very good. I mean, let's see if he top decks out of this. Regardless, he gets to take a knockout next turn with this thing. And then I get to GX it. And then if he ever attacks me with a Gardevoir GX, then we just get to essentially let him knock himself out. He has to go into this. He has to get a manual attachment this turn. He has to go into this, retreat into this, attack with this, and hope I don't have anything to punish him with. We didn't get any spell tags. Spell tags would have been better because I wouldn't have to play on Sigiliph, but it's fine that we didn't get one. Not a big deal. Maybe I should have been damaging my Marshadow since I was so ahead in the prizes. Knocking out my own Marshadow to free up a bench space could have been pretty good. So maybe I should have done that. Something to keep in mind. So he's choosing not to attack with Xerneas this turn. Did he just run out of attachments? Interesting choice. Just gonna go ahead and grab Malamar here. And attack with Giratina this turn. Guzma could be nice, but Giratina seems okay. I mean, Giratina can't Oko this, but I don't think that matters too much. We have the spell tag anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. This is a really slow game, guys. I'm sorry, but like when the play is in front of you, like you might as well make it, right? Because it wins you the game. I think we'll get one more game. Let's get a loss. Because people always say that I win too much in my videos. Like I edit my videos down to just have winning games. Guys, if there's ever a cut, it's not because I'm trying to be super cool guy. It's because of internet. Like if you guys come to my streams, you know I have bad internet, so it's not a secret. Maybe next time I'll just leave it in so I can show you guys. There's my Sigiliph. Do you guys say Sigiliph or Sigiliph? I think it's sigil, like an actual sigil. Like a sigil is like a symbol. That's a drawing, I believe, something like that. What's he got going on here? A Ranguru. So he found an S-ball. And he can fail this. He's playing triple. Triple's a really good way to get around some shenanigans. He's 3 prizes behind. I don't think he can bring that back against a non-GX deck. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and get a game. I really want to attack with Sigiliph. I really want to play against Reshizard. Like, that's the whole reason why. I feel like every video I'm just like, hey guys, I built this deck that beats Reshizard, and we're going to play it. We're never going to play against Reshizard, but it beats it, okay? Like, it's super annoying. Maybe it's just because people are playing decks that quote-unquote beat Reshizard on the ladder, so there's less Reshizard players on the ladder. But if you go to a tournament, then you would know. See, this is not Reshizard. It could be Pikarom, though. Actually, it looks like it's Zapbeast. Zapbeast is going to be hard, because Zapbeast is always hard versus Malamar. But with Tags and Tina attacking over and over again, we might have a chance. Pretty good opening hand. We can't bench the Sigiliph, but we can play the 2 Inkays and Lily for 4. Then hopefully find like a turn 1 Marshadow to disrupt a little bit. They're really thinking about this. What's up, Water Blue? How you doing, big dog? What you doing over there with those world sleeves? I'm gonna take me a swig of my water. I hope you guys are hydrated. I'm going first, so I don't have to do any of the shenanigans. Should never do that when you're... Oh, we're playing against Weezing. Alright, so we want that Mimikyu. I think this is the max that we can bench as well. Oh, we got the Mimikyu. We have Malamar for next turn. Treasure helps. I can... Oh, but Escape Word helps more. Turn 1, he shouldn't be able to do much, but we also have no Psychic Energies in the discard pile or on the board right now. Oops, sorry about that, guys. This is a tough turn. No Psychic Energies is really rough, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll just pass for now. I mean, he's probably gonna Marshadow me, which is okay, I guess, but not the best. Man, alright. Coco is gonna be kind of irritating as well. But if we can get an attack off, that could be really nice. The problem is I don't have any Pokemon that can really attack. This is going to be a hard matchup. Just playing against spread with Malamar is really bad. I have to get the Mew down at some point just to prevent a little bit of the spread damage. So maybe next turn I'll Cynthia. I really want to top deck a Psychic Energy so I can discard it with the treasure. And I really want to get... We have to play so many Pokemon down on this bench. I really hate playing Marshadow versus spread because it just spells doom. But we have Malamar. We have a Malamar. We have a Spell Tag. We can put the Spell Tag on Mimikyu because we're going to eventually attack with Mimikyu. Still no Psychic. Alright. This is pretty annoying, but I think we're going to do this first. We need so much here. We need so much. Let me get the Mew down while I can. And so the last bench space is going to be dedicated to Giratina, I think. We can't Marshadow as much as I want to. Okay, so that's 1 Psychic. So this has to get us Giratina, right? And then like this Acrobike has to get us 2 Psychic Energies. Yikes. Or like, I don't know, 4 Psychic. Also, Larvitar could be good. Maybe better than, yeah. Maybe better than the Malamar. So let me grab the Larvitar first. Okay, so far so bad. Force is okay. At least gets us started. At least these are evolution pieces, right? So that should help a little bit. I could... No, there's not really a point. We'll just pass. If he bumps my stadium, it's going to be the big feels bad, but Otherwise, we should be okay. So because our Malamar pieces are evolution pieces, they won't take the damage from the ability. My biggest concern is attacking. So he's going to go straight for the Mew. Is that a problem? He doesn't knock it out, does he? I don't actually remember how that works. I was thinking they were going to go straight for the Mimikyu, but they chose not to. They're not using a draw spore this turn, so that means they have to find Weezing off this. I mean, it's pretty decent odds. You have Treasure, the actual Weezings, and the Ultra Balls. Do they play Ultra Balls? I actually don't remember. This dude's playing Pokecom, so he might not be playing Ultra Balls. Either that or he's just really not wanting to play a bunch of Ultra Balls. This thing will hit me for knockout? Yeah, he does hit me for knockout. Okay. So he's going to knock me out immediately. But I can hit him for big damage. It's only going to be 80, and there's no damage counters on this board, so it doesn't really matter too much. But, I mean, I can attack him with Giratina this turn. Or I can put damage counters on his board and start chipping him away. Ooh, a skateboard is a great top deck. Alright, so I gotta play this smart, because I actually haven't played the Weezing matchup yet. I just kind of theory crafted versus it. So, how is Giratina going to help me? Let's think about this. Where is my spell tag damage going to go? What has the lowest HP that could be a target? Mr. Mime. So we're going to want the spell tag damage on Mr. Mime. Also, Lele could be annoying, but Lele is less annoying than, say, Zebstrika. So I could put the other damage on Zebstrika. Let me do that. Let me do that last, though. Actually, I have to do it now so I can manually attach. So Zebstrika... I'm sorry if you guys can hear all that ridiculous background noise my mother's spewing. I'm going to Cynthia now, then we can Jirachi afterwards. And this actually didn't find me anything I needed, but that's fine. I don't know what I really want right now anyways. Right now I'm just kind of trying to chain these dudes. Spell tag is good. So this works out. To an extent. Man, everyone's so loud in my house. You guys probably can't hear it because I'm really good at editing my audio as far as like the background noise. But they are, my mom lately, and because it's Ramadan, right? Everyone's on edge all the time, so they're screaming at the top of their lungs about random things. Also, they're foreign. For all my foreign brethren out there, you know about how loud Arabic parents can be. I want to damage myself because I want to be knocked out at some point. Yeah, she's just yelling my sister's name, trying to get her to pay attention. So, Coco is good pivot. Coco can attack. No, he has the blower. The blower is kind of annoying. The other thing I can do if he ever attacks me, I can attack him. I don't actually remember the ruling from Mimikyu. Oh, I'm so mad that I lost my spell tag because that would have been perfect Pokemon to knock out there. Flying Flip doesn't really do too much against my opponent, so I'm not too worried about using Mimikyu's Flying Flip here. I need to find the other skateboard, some more spell tags for sure. I can Ultra Ball away this Shrine and maybe an Inkay, because I don't think I'm ever going to bench another Inkay. I mean, I might, but we still have the Stretcher in deck, so I'm not too worried about that. Although I really want to Stretcher back that Mew. Force him to take a knock on that too. Does he have Weezing in hand? He's on a Foul Odor, interesting. We don't have Guzma. But I would like to have Guzma. I can retreat. But then I don't have a manual attachment in hand. It's an interesting play by my opponent for sure. I can retreat, get a manual attachment, and attack with a different Giratina. Let me try doing that here. I mean, I'm going to have to dig anyway, so we might as well go in. Can fail this, I think. I could Marshadow, but once again, having basics down feels kind of bad. So I'm just going to Cynthia here. We want to try to find a switch and a skateboard. None of those things we found. How many energies are down here? None so far. Jirachi doesn't really help me because we didn't get an energy card either. So I'm confused, which means I'm just going to be flipping. I guess I have to go for the flip, huh? We'll just go for the flip. I don't think it matters too much. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. Maybe I should stretch her for that Mew. I'm like on the fence about it because as soon as he becomes a Weezing, it starts damaging my board. I'm trying to minimize the damage on my board because this is looking really scary. But I think we're fine right now. I don't think I have to worry about it too much. A flying flip doesn't knock me out, which means I get another potential knockout. We'll see. He's on Marshadow on me, which is fine. I had a bunch of cards in my hand I didn't want. Although I would have really liked to use Guzma that turn, but we have to also find a stretcher or manual attachment, and we have that now, so that works out quite nicely. Sigiliph is just not showing itself off this video. Okay, guys, imagine, just pretend like in one of the previous games, Pikarom hit me for a GX attack, and my ability hit him for 400 damage. So my opponent's taking 3 prizes. I'm taking 3 prizes. Imagine Meshizar GX'd me and I knocked out 300. Yeah. Imagination's powerful, guys. So Weezing is here to finally damage me. Weezing does knock me out, which is not a big deal. Because Spell Tag wasn't going to be activated to knock me out, which is why I didn't want to play my Spell Tag quite yet. I can make a knockout on Mr. Mime right now. With the Mimikyu. I don't know if that's really worth, because I would like to knock out this Weezing. Yeah, I don't think it's worth. Unless we top deck a skateboard. Okay, let me use Jirachi first and figure out if I get a skateboard. Otherwise, I think I am going to make that play. Stellar Wish. No skateboard. I'll take Spell Tag though. Actually, let me take Cynthia because I'm gonna be stuck. Okay, so I'm gonna damage the Marshadow, which is free prizes, and not the Coco because Coco might attack me at some points. Let me attack the top. Let me do the Tapu Lele instead. Boop, boop. Manually attach here. Put this here. So I'm gonna figure out rulings right now because I think I should be able to use Copycat this turn, right? I think so. Game. So I should be able to use Weezing's attack, right? Yeah, and then that spreads damage to all those Pokemon. I'm not Psychic Weak, but I am already in range of Weezing's attack, so it doesn't really help me too much. This Viridian Force could be pretty useful, for sure. This deck doesn't play basic energies, but we do. This is going to be knocked out soon, which is going to be an extra prize for my opponent. In fact, he's going to be taking 2 prizes here. Going for the Malamar, which sucks, for sure, because that's going to be damaged. And I don't have another Guzma in hand right now. I could find my physical switch, and this is what I was talking about by saying I really wanted to add more switches to this deck. The only other option I have is to find a skateboard plus have this manual attachment here, which isn't bad because I should have. I only have 1 energy deck down there. We'll see. Then I'll probably Forest first, and then Forest. I'm gonna Cynthia, play on the Forest, and then Cynthia. I might just Marshadow as well. This is kind of like checkmate of the game. If he knocks out anything with Spell Tag now, I have a chance to win. Spell Tag here gives me an extra prize. Choosing the switch instead, very interesting. So I'm gonna knock out the Marshadow, right? I'm only using 1 Spell Tag, so let me just knock out the Marshadow for extra prizes. So this puts damage all over my board so Weezing can spread more, I guess. That's my opponent's game plan. So we're both at 2 prizes, which means it's a matter of who can take prizes first. There's our manual attachment, which helps a lot. That's at least step 1. Do we have the escape board? We have the escape board. We don't have the switch, but we have a lot of digging options. How many draw supports do we have? We have 2 lilies and we have the Cynthia in hand. So we have 3 draw support, 2 acro bike. I'm going to Mars Shadow first because I want my opponent to be stuck. Do this just to thin a little bit more. And I'm going to Mars Shadow. This thinned as much as I could. So we'll see if I can draw out of this situation. No Guzma. We did find the escape board. I would like to use Guzma over the escape board and knock out that Weezing on the bench. I'm going to try to do that, I think. Nice. So it worked out. We got Guzma. There should be 2 psychic energies down here. Oh, more than 2 because I forgot we got knocked out. So this works out quite nicely. I really wish we had Stretcher for Mew, but I don't think Mew is going to be super pivotal this turn. I think it just becomes a matter of finding out. We have the escape board in hand. I think we'll be okay. As long as we go and Mars Shadow again, everything on my board should be able to be retreated. We're going to Shadow Impact here. Yep, damage myself. I don't think you can win with this either, because there's only 70, 80, 70, 90, 110. 110 is not enough to knock out 2 dudes. So we should be safe there. We have the switch as well, so that gives me 2 switching outs in case he wants to pull up a different Pokemon. He needs to take a knockout this turn to potentially win, I think. Because Spell Tag could potentially tie the game, although I'm pretty sure I win if I take the knockout first. We'll see what happens. He's going to take a knockout here, though. And then that's it. We have the... We don't have the manual attachment anymore. So that's something we got to keep in mind. Oh, he's not taking the knockout. That's right. So just tell him well played. I mean, if we find the last Guzma, it's probably better, right? But we win the game anyways. Because I think this is an immediate win. I don't have any way to search, so we just attack. I can't think of anything else I could do. I could try to find Stretcher. But Stretcher doesn't want to be the game either, does it? No, I don't think it does. So we're just going to knock out. Take a knockout here. I think that gives me the game even if he does take 2 prizes with his spell tags. Because he will be able to take 2 prizes with his spell tags. I could have Ultra Balled and put down something, but I think we still win first. I'm going to find out. I've never actually been in this situation before. I've been in this situation IRL. Does he win first? Oh, he does? Wait, is it a tie? I'm confused. It is a tie. Okay. Alright, that was weird. Giratina lead kind of sucks, but this opening hand's pretty okay. So it just becomes a matter of who takes the first prize. So I just have to set up a bunch of Malamars and I win, right? We have turn 1 Lily. So that works. We have the switch. We can make Jirachi active or something. Inkay first. I'm not going to Ultra Ball because I like everything in my hand. Although we don't need Spell Tag to win. But I don't want to lose the switch. I don't want to lose the Lily. We definitely need the energies in the discard pile if we're going to win this game. I want to keep all my switching options as well. Force is great. So I think I'm gonna, let me just do this to grab another Inkay. And let me Lily. I'm gonna manually attach to something. We have 2 Malamars in hand. Maybe I can get down a 3rd Inkay. I don't know what else we could do here. This is really weird. I've never been in a tie before on PCCGO. Yeah, we don't need Mimikyu. We don't need Sigiliph. There's no point using Mars Shadow. I guess for deck thinning purposes, we can grab Giratina just to get rid of it with the thing. I'd also get Mew to be safe. What's in my hand right now? Cynthia Lily. Probably gonna dump this Lily and attach to an Inkay. Maybe. We have only one energy down there. I'm gonna hold on to this energy actually. It's really risky to hold on to this energy though, because I'm gonna switch. I want to manually attach to the gear. I'm gonna just attach to the Giratina. Because in the end of the day, that's what I'm attacking with to win the game, right? Alright. I can just manually attach to this next turn, but I need to get at least one more energy in the discard pile. Because if I manually attach to this, and I don't know, it's really weird. But I feel like that was the right play. I've never been in a tie before. The blower sucks. I'm not gonna lie. We're done. We're gonna have to find more now. Maybe, okay, I think benching Mew was a mistake. Because now he can Guzma up the Mew. So how do I do? Oh man, this is really risky now. Okay, so we have double Mally. I want to switch, and then so what I need to do is, ooh, he's gonna Marshadow me. Interesting play. Okay, so the Marshadow is kind of rough. I need to switch, so I need to find either Guzma and like Energy and Forest. Skateboard's not bad. Stretches is not good. Neither is Shrine, but this could be useful. We'll see if we can top take out of this. Forest is great. Definitely don't want Shrine here. But I think I'd rather not have Forest. And grab this. I need Acrobike to get me out of this situation. Cynthia's great. And another energy in the discard pile is beyond beautiful. So, attach in skateboard here, attach here. So I need to find my physical copy of Switch now. No such luck. There's no point in Marshouting my opponent either. If my opponent has Guzma, they win, and if it's my fault too, which sucks. If they don't have Guzma, and they don't win yet, which could be pretty good. We'll see what happens here. Grab Malamar. I don't want to Marshadow to give my opponent more cards. So it's just a matter of, do they have Guzma for game? That's all it is to it. That's all that comes to it, right? If they don't have Guzma, then we win. If they do have Guzma, then we don't win. Because he can't use Custom Catcher. You know, a way I could have avoided the tie is if I Ultra Balled for a Pokemon, but I don't think I had any more Sigilifs in the deck, and I think Sigilif were the only basics I had that could have avoided the spell tech. He has Guzma for game. He's going into Malamar. We have Guzma for game, so it's fine. I guess he has to stall another turn. Oh, okay, we win. Okay. Phew. I was so afraid there. Who do I hate the most? Come here, coughing. Well played. Phew. What a game. That's one way to end the video. Crazy. Crazy. I've never been in a tie before. That's wild. Alright, well, we've all learned something here today. For those of you that have never been in a tie, that's what it's like. For those of you that are curious about which is the better quote-unquote spread deck, I've always been a huge fan of Giratina. I think Giratina is a ridiculously good deck. Sigilif is just a new tech that you add to Giratina tags, and I think it's great. I personally think it's amazing. So this is going to be something I want to try to rock for a little bit. This might be a new one of those IRL main decks I'm going to test out. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Remember, 50 likes doesn't mean a next day upload, if you guys can hit it, of course. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. Peace.